I'm Alan. I own a 45-foot narrowboat, have an interest in industrial heritage, transport and technology, and invite you to join me as I cruise, repair and maintain my boat and visit events and places of historic interest. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. You missed breakfast, so you can join me for an early lunch. Today, as I have no cheese top rolls left, I've got one of my favourite granary breads with cambozola and small chunk pickle. And I'm going to enjoy this very much. But before I start eating, I'm going to tell you what my plans are for today. I'm having an early lunch. I'll be setting off after that. I need to take the canopy down first, of course. I'm not sure how far I'm going to cruise today. One thing is for certain, that I will be going through Husbands Bosworth Tunnel. That's 1166 yards long. When I come out the other side, there isn't much mooring within about a mile of the tunnel, but there is one of my favoured spots at the end of that mile. If that's available, I might stop there, or I might continue a little bit further. I'm really open-minded. It's a dry day. It started off very sunny this morning, but it's a dry, dull day. I don't think any rain is expected, and we'll see how I get on. So now I'm going to start my lunch. Very good. Hello. I haven't seen you for a long while.
Pardon?
I haven't seen you for a long while. You're one of the pair of boats, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to be, I'm more at Yelvertoft. You used to be going that way quite a lot.
Yeah. That's the last time I seen you was at Yelvertoft.
Yeah.
Sitting here 22, I think.
Yeah, was it? Crikey. You alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, fine, thanks. The boat started swinging out from the back, so I'm reversing at the moment. Not the way I normally do things, I have to say. Hard work today. And I'm off. There was a little bit of a scrape though, which is rather annoying. Just going under Bridge 40. There is a bit of a chill, so I think I'll do this up. That's better. A bit more comfortable now. Just coming up to Bridge 41. I did sound my horn. There's another blind bend. All is well. Oops. We just haven't had the weather this year, have we, so far? We've had very little truly warm days. There's been the odd one. I'm coming on to the straight now that leads up to Welford Junction, and I can only see two boats. This is another very popular area It is difficult to moor. There are some mooring rings, but there's this concrete edging which makes it very difficult, and you can't get your pins in easily behind the concrete. So I have moored here on occasion, but it's not one of my favourite spots, I have to say. We're near Husbands Bosworth Airfield, which is popular with glider flyers, and you will hear occasionally some airplane noise. An airplane's just gone over, but it wasn't towing a glider. But you can see quite a lot here. Hello. Just waving to a fellow boater. Yes, it can be quite busy, particularly in the summer with gliders. I don't know if they have a season or anything. I'm not into flying, but I know when I come through here in the finer weather, there's a lot of gliders out and about. I'm just coming up to the junction now. Can't see any boats darting out. I sometimes sound my horn, but I don't think it's necessary today. I found on an old map that there used to be a building here right at the junction. I need to research that and find out a little bit more about it if I can, and if I think of it, of course. There's no boats. Oh, there's a boat coming up to the bridge hole. Oh, thank you. I think it's seen me and it's waiting, which is good. I can see it's actually a Welford boat. Hello, you alright? Yeah, fine, thanks for stopping. You obviously saw me. Really? Crikey. I can hear a plane overhead. Can't see it though. It's blowing up a bit now, but it did try to brighten up also, and we are expecting some sun a little bit later on. That'd be good. I recall this boat passing me the other day. Just passing North Kilworth Marina. This is one of the newer marinas along here, opened a few years ago. It says 2017 on the bridge. I'm approaching now North Kilworth Wharf. Hey, the sun's coming out, lovely. So I'm passing the wharf now. Not paint, but thinners. Oh dear. Oh, it's quite turned my stomach. going under Bridge 45. Like going through a different world when you pass North Kilworth Wharf. Try saying that fast. Just passing a spillway on our left. Boat just coming. There's a tree jutting out over the canal. That's why I've cut off power. Hello. Oh, hello. It looked like someone I knew, but I'm not so certain now. Hello. It doesn't, no. For this time of year it should. Boaters do sometimes get the impression they're going up or downhill. As silly as that might sound. It's an illusion, obviously. But I'm on the run down, as it were, to Husbands Bosworth Tunnel now. And I feel that I'm going downwards. I'm not on the level. When I look ahead, the canal is bending slightly to the right, and the vista is such that I have that impression that I must be going downwards and not level. It is peculiar, and if you know any boaters, they will tell you the same. It's not me. I'm not going bonkers. I know sometimes I think I am. But it is one of these odd things that happens. It can't be far now to the tunnel, but I often think that when I come along here. It seems to be further than it should. When you look at the map, you think, oh, it's just round the corner, but it isn't. And still the tunnel remains elusive. In fact, I've just spotted out the corner of my eye the tunnel sign. When you come round the bend, as it were, the tunnel is immediately there. So I'm getting my lamp ready that I use at the back here. I'm going to switch my headlamp on now, and my lamp. As you don't get a straight approach, you can't see straight away if there's anyone in the tunnel or anything like that. I could sound my horn, I suppose. What fun, eh? So I'm beginning to straighten up. I still can't see through the tunnel yet. Oh, I can now. There are no boats in the tunnel. I've got a clear view all the way through, which is great. I can speed up a little bit now that I know that. I am thinking about getting a new tunnel light, because mine isn't as bright as I'd like it to be. I have it pointing upwards. It looks as though it might be too far upwards, actually. But obviously it's going to be difficult for me to film in the tunnel. So in a moment I'll shut down and catch you the other end. Well, I'm nearly at the end of the tunnel now. You can see behind me that no boats have come in. That light in the distance is the other tunnel portal. I can see ahead of me there are no boats wanting to enter the tunnel. So that's that. Let's see how long it's taken me. I think it's taken about 15 minutes, I think. So I can turn this off now. Hey, here I am. Have a look at the tunnel, shall we? Look at that, wonderful. It's like coming into a different world when you come out of a tunnel. It's so nice. Let's listen to the bird song, shall we? There is some bird song there. I hope you picked up on that. Bridge 46 is ahead of me. Steps up to the road. Hello. I must confess and say I find this a little bit boring along here. It's a very, very long straight, including the kink. I think from the tunnel up to the far end is about a mile, but it doesn't excite me in any way. You can't see out either side. There's no doubt it is nice, I think, when you are cruising, if you can look out and see some scenic countryside in the distance and that sort of thing. You just don't get that along here. The towpath is very narrow along here. That's the extent of your walk, is it? Nice. Pipe bridge is just up ahead and there don't seem to be any boats moored, so I think I'm going to stop here. Another plane above with a glider. Let's get myself ready to jump off. I like it here, it's nice and open. One of those armcos where you know you're going to scratch the side of the boat, unfortunately. It's taken me a while, but I'm now moored up. I'll show you what the difficulty is in a moment. Peace at last. I struggled a bit with the mooring up just now because I'm on the curve. Let me show you what the difficulties were. I'm very tight here at the front. Then we've got this gap where the boat is away from the armco. Somehow it just makes it more difficult for me. So the fender here isn't doing anything at all. And at the back here, I've used this wider fender. I've tied it on up here. The other issue was finding somewhere along here to put the chain. I had to dig my way into there to mount it. I'm going to put the canopy up now. Sometimes I wait till closer to the end of the day, but we are expecting some sunshine. Let's see whether it comes later on. Good morning everyone. I've decided to have a layover day today. Rain is expected from about midday onwards, as verified by the cows in the field over there who are sitting down. It's well known that if cows sit it's going to rain, so I think we can be assured that rain is coming. I'm just having breakfast. Today I've got a slice of bread with marmalade on it. I do have a grill, but I keep a lot of baking trays and things like that in it. It's just a faff to get it all out to make toast, so this is what I'm doing. And after that I'm going to have a banana that's going off a bit. It's interesting, it looks as though it's got a plaster where the label has been stuck on. I am planning today to repack my stone gland grease applicator. I have shown you this before, but I will show you again, because I'm sure many of you who haven't seen it will find it of interest. Rain is still forecast, but it's quite pleasant at the moment. The sun is out. It is chilly though, but it's quite a nice day. I'm about to repack my stone gland greaser with this water resistant grease. It's this that helps keep the propeller shaft watertight between the canal outside and the inside of the boat. I'll explain more as I go along. First of all I have to unscrew it to take it off. There was still actually a little bit of play in here for tightening up, but what I now do is I loosen this off. So this is now loose, and this can be drawn up the tube. This is the grease. There's a plastic disc there, and you push down on that plastic disc, and through the hole the grease will go into the barrel of the greaser gun. So I'll be pushing down like that and pulling on this end. So you push down on here. It does help if you're quite strong actually, and at the same time you draw up. The stronger you are, the better fill you're going to get. You push down and you pull up the handle. So that's my first pull. I'm not very strong, but a strong person with a good push down and a good pull up can fill this quite easily. So I'm just going to give it another go. Things never go quite the same when you're filming, do they? Anyway, I've got some grease in here. So basically I'm going to clean this up. And what one now does is one threads this back. This has to go back down to the top of the barrel of the greaser. That screws onto there like that. And once that's on there, that is ready to be screwed back on. I tend to give it a bit of a clean up first. And this goes back on here. I was in first time with the thread, that was good. So that's it done. It is actually much more straightforward than I made it look. It's difficult for me when you've got greasy hands and you're trying to film, switch cameras on and off. Things don't always go to plan. So what the greaser actually does is when you turn the handle, it pumps the waterproof grease down into the propeller shaft where the packing is. I showed the packing when I did the blacking, so for anyone that watched the blacking you'll understand what I'm talking about. But there are rings of a special packing seal between the propeller shaft and the propeller casing, as it were. And you push them in so that the joints are not in line with each other. That helps keep it watertight. And that grease is pumped into that, and the two together keep the keep the boat watertight from outside. Stops the water coming in, although it should drip. Different people have different views on that. I think a lot of people agree it should just drip once or twice a second, something like that, a very small drip. Other people say no, mine never drips, so boaters have to make up their own mind on that. So that's it for now, all done and dusted. I didn't show a map of my route earlier as I wasn't sure where I was going to moor up, but this is it. As always, many thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Look after yourselves, your friends and families, and take the utmost care in whatever you're doing. Until next time, bye for now. Take care everyone. Bye.